rock star lifestyle. I know I'ma make it. Take a little bit. You can be my enemy. Pull up to the club to be seen in my Tookie tee. Took a blunt, then pass out, but been new chief keep. And that niggas only on my whole motherfucking team.
What's up with that? Let's go.
Testing, 1, 2. I've been losing my voice. Yeah, and I came here one summer and I never left.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what happens to everybody. And get stuck
Literally,
here.
like, got shipwrecked here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, flying saucer.
Y'all ready to do this?
Strange land. Let's run it.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of What's Up With That? Episode 3. We got Siobhan Linnane.
Yes.
Did I say your name right?
Yeah, Siobhan Linnane.
All right, cool. I'm your host, Nick Martin. This is my co-host, Nymbus.
What's good?
Everybody make sure you like, subscribe, all that shit, follow and share, everything. Shout out to Alex Miles, those dot connectors. Y'all rock. I just want to get right into this. Y'all were kind of talking about your music videos and stuff. Your new single, Onna Come Up.
Right.
Tell us about that one. How did this video come about, and the song in itself? How did that all come about for you?
So on the come up, I want to say it was produced by, I want to make sure before I say it, so I just won't say who it was produced by, but that one was one of my favorite songs I've ever made.
Yeah, no, it's really catchy.
It sounds like something I would, like, as an artist, like, sometimes you do make things that you're like, I wouldn't necessarily, like, put this on myself, just because you know that, like, someone else might appreciate it, and it's not my job to, like, make art for me, it's my job to just, like, tap into, like, the consciousness, and then put it out. So I try not to, like, take ownership over, like, all of my art in that way, but this is, like, one thing I made that I was like, oh my god, like, I like this one. So I've been listening to, like, a lot of Yeet and, like, Atlanta rappers, like, underground Atlanta rappers, so I was really trying to, like, draw inspiration from, like, those artists, and I wanted something, like, edgy, and of course I like anything where I get to, like, express feminine rage, so that's also fun.
Yes.
I saw the video was done by ReelBump.
Yeah.
That he does some of the, have you seen the videos he makes? Dude, they're so sick. Like, check him out at ReelBump on Instagram. They're the sickest videos. Like, all the local people around here. Watch your mic. But all the local people around here, like, I'm trying to think of some other people, but they're just sick ass videos, dude. You gotta check them out. They're so sick, yeah.
I will.
Including yours.
We've worked with him a lot.
Yeah, you've done a few of them,
I
right?
think he's Aquarius too, and
really?
I am too. So it was like,
Nice.
Your sign.
I'm Pisces, so yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, for sure. When I watched on Come Up, I really thought of Rico Nasty instantly. I was just like, that's just sure reminds me of, like, that young Rico Nasty energy where it's just like, I don't give a fuck. Say what the fuck I want to say. How I want to say it. And it's just pure freedom but rage at the same time, but, like, done in a way that it's tasteful.
I love Rico Nasty.
No, she's the truth.
So your EP is called Sweet Tea, right?
Yes.
What's up with that?
Cause I'm from Texas, so I don't know. I feel like if you mention Texas, then you gotta, like, every
Texas
Texan, like,
tea.
sweet tea. It's
I
like a
fuck with
very
that.
big thing for Texans. I
Yeah.
feel like, and Southerners in general, really. But I don't know. I just feel like it's very, like, it like says something. I don't know. And also, I love tea, so why not? I think it's just a cute name.
No, it's sick. I used to be in a metal band, and one of our songs is called Sweet Tea.
I want to hear.
Yeah, it's tight. I'll show it to you after this, but it's sick, man. That's one of my favorite songs to play, too.
Oh, sick.
But, yeah. At the beginning of it, my vocalist would be like, have yourself a glass of sweet tea, and we'd start the fucking song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like the contradiction between, like, metal and sweet tea.
Yeah, it was,
Right.
I mean, we were,
Literally opposites, but at the same time.
yeah, we were goofy, man. It was pretty ridiculous at the time. What's your whole inspiration behind all that production, though?
Well, right now we've been working with this producer called Sergeant J. And then, hold on, I want to make sure that I get these right, because it's really important to me to shout out producers, because
Shout outs to you for actually giving credit to producers.
That's
Not a lot
okay.
of artists do that shit.
And honestly, well, because I produced my first, Bass TJ. Bass TJ is the one who produced On the Come Up. Amazing. Like, every time I get beats from him, I'm, like, elated and so excited to play with him, because I produced my first EP, and I feel
Did you?
Demigod,
Okay.
that's all self-produced. So,
shit.
like,
Self-production, man.
Yo, I knew I could tell when I
Like,
listened to
I
it. I was
get
like,
it.
this sounds organic as fuck.
it's so hard and time-consuming, and, like, honestly, like, nowadays, I feel like more than ever you can hear it. Sorry, is that Tokidoki?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Tokidoki. In my song, I said, in Onna Come Up, I said in my Tokiti, so I'm talking about my Tokidoki tea. I forget Tokidoki tea right now. Okay, so that's
crazy.
But, wait, what was I saying? Okay, producers. It's just really hard. And, like, nowadays you can tell that, like, if like you don't really need good lyrics. Like you can pretty much say whatever you want.
Anything, yeah.
But if your beat like rise, if your beat is hard, like you're solid.
That's
and you
all
have
this-
someone, like mastering and mixing it well.
Yeah, that's all people really care about now.
Yeah.
It's just the beat and how it makes you feel, the vibe, really.
Yeah.
What did you produce on for your first EP, Demigod? Like, what DAW did you use to produce?
Can you guess?
I was gonna say potentially FL, but then at the same time,
I almost said FL too.
GarageBand. Yeah, like
All right,
the most
all right.
generic,
It is.
basic
At
on
home.
my iPad. Like I didn't even have a laptop.
mobile producers.
Literally, I had a
Talent,
little
dude.
like iPad Pro.
That's
with my
it's the
mom.
wave of the future. Everyone's doing this shit on their own, dude.
Because here's the thing, when I listened to it, it sounded very lo-fi, and I was listening to it at work, so I had my headphone reference is like semi-good.
Yeah.
Then I listened to it again in the car, and I was like, damn, this is mixed really good.
I mix it on my iPad too.
But
That's
you
crazy.
can tell when
like
someone
17.
personalizes their mix because it sounds more so tailored to their vocals. Like, your vocals are very airy, right? And you put like reverb on it, then you compress it a little bit. I can tell because I engineer too, so I'm like,
Thank you for noticing.
oh yeah, I dig deep into music heavy. So I was like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, dude, she's hard. Like, and the next thing you know, what was it? FOMO. FOMO is so
my baby.
hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's so hard, and I relate to that because I feel like everybody kind of has a fear of missing out to a certain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I listened to it, I was like, this is deep, but it also hits the core too. You know, it's like,
Yeah, it's some relatable shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. But no, I could tell. I was like, she probably made this beat. There's like, cause I only hear certain producers that make shit like that, and most of them are people I used to follow on SoundCloud like 5-10 years
that.
ago. You know, and or Bandcamp, and like naturally, I'm like, her shit is real. It's truly hers. I know you didn't just rip it off of YouTube. Like, you actually sat with it. You know, that's why I was intrigued to interview you.
You want a drink? Water?
Yes.
Sure, I've never actually
Yes,
tried
please.
liquid death.
There's just water.
Oh yeah, it's actually very refreshing too. Thank you.
You want one too?
Well, I feel honored. I'm so glad that you noticed.
Shout out to Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask her. Like, I'll literally.
It looks just like a Modelo. You know? Yeah. And it's a tall boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their whole gimmick, you know. They're trying to make it look like alcohol, so. But
It's refreshing.
yeah, shout out Liquid Death. Yeah.
I'll look at that.
Delightfully
Really like a
refreshing.
sponsor.
All right, so let me ask, where does your do you seem to draw more creative flow out of sad times or when you're in like a more positive energy field?
That's a really cool question. I don't think I've ever been asked that. I feel like I even tweeted recently. I was like, I don't like sad music. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm very like, I like to dance. I like to have a good time. And so
Right.
a lot of the times I like to make, I don't know. I don't want to be sad. Like, I'm a big believer in like in life there is inherent suffering. And so why should I subject myself to my own suffering? Like,
I feel you on that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put myself through it. It'll happen regardless. And so like,
Yeah.
I even apply that to like, I'm not a big like worrier. Like, if something's happening with my car, until I can get it fixed, why should I worry about it? Like, I'm not about to struggle. Life is stressful. I don't need help making it stressful.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I worry about shit, but
I do worry, but I try my hardest not to. Just in the same sense of like, you know, why should I work so hard to make myself suffer? Like, it's gonna happen.
yeah, the needless suffering.
Yeah, it's like I just don't need to work harder. So I try to like make music that feels good or is liberating. Like my first EP, I really wanted like people, and especially feminine people, because a lot of times I'm making music for like trans women, non-binary women, specifically like black women, you know, because I want them to feel empowered and free and confident. I want my music to give people the permission to be cocky. Like I want them to hear it and be like, I'm the shit, period.
That's definitely the vibe you put off in like
That's what I-
9 to 5. That's the total vibe of that whole song right there.
But yeah, so honestly, I think I draw best when I feel cocky, when I feel angry, when I feel like tapped into my like punk rock, like feminine anger, and like, yeah, I don't know. I like empowered. When I feel empowered, when I feel liberated, that's when
that's
I want
cool.
to make art.
Yeah.
That's what I feel from you. Like, I'm telling you, when I was listening to Mob Ties, I ran it back like 3 times. Yeah, because at first I listened to it just to hear the beat and hear like cadence. Then it's like, damn, she's parting out. And then the person that you featured on it was hard too. AR, yeah. I was like, damn, that's dope. And she was even telling me, she shows me a lot of music sometimes that I don't know anything about. And Tia Core, Kanye.
I was just gonna text you to ask you if you listen to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parasites Girls is this one too.
So,
I love
Black
this.
Girl, yeah, Black Girl.
Okay, cool. I'll check that one out.
but yeah, yo, I feel that energy, and I'm just like, dang, like it's so true. Like this new era of music / rap / just energy that is coming out now. I feel like women are capitalizing on it so much more because y'all don't give a fuck about pushing the limit or pushing the
That's
invisible
true.
barrier
Yeah.
that exists. It's like, nah, fuck that. We're here. We're kicking down the door, and this is what we sound like.
Yeah.
And it's raw. Like genuinely, it's raw. I appreciate it. So I'm like, damn, this is hard. I'm loving it in the car.
Oh, AR's verse on that is hard though. Yeah.
AR's fire. The video is so fun to shoot though, cause she pulled up with, I want to say at least 7 other girls, and I'm talking like body, like 7 girls, but they were all so cool and kind, and they were just like, I mean, they were twerking everywhere and like smoking and just having a good time. It was just so like good vibes, and I just felt like,
Yeah, that
oh
makes
my
it
God,
easy.
I was part of like a girl group. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
No, it looked like you were in your element in that video. I mean, it looked really fucking like just really well put together.
It was
Yeah.
really fun. Everyone did so good, and I think we had like an hour to get it done, so we were like rushing
What?
through it.
Oh shit.
That's a small window.
Everyone
Wow.
just brought such like, I don't know, everyone was just on it. It was really fun.
That's crazy. Get all that done in an hour.
Yeah, so I'm like, what? Like,
Wow.
that's crazy production time wise.
All your videos are like that though. They have like multiple scenes, multiple sets, or rather, in different outfits. Like your what was it? I think it's Say That. You're on your like Aaliyah vibe in that one. Yeah.
Really,
I dig the whole like late '90s, early 2000s like old flip phone vibe to
Yeah.
the shit.
and we're actually, I'm glad you said that because we just finished the video that we needed the group for. It's for my song Texas Type of Love. So that it has like a similar vibe, like late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But the we work with Jelani, and he does a lot of
Lee?
just all I know is Jelani J Miller. That's his name.
Say,
But
that's
he's a videographer, and he's based in Atlanta, and he does like a lot of like Y2K stuff, like or like that aesthetic. Like he even brought like a flip phone on set for me, so I could be like, I'm coming to the party, and like he brought like a digital camera, and we were like taking like digital cameras.
That's cool.
So he shot the newest video that's gonna come out soon, and he also shot the Say That video. So he's really cool. He does a lot of really cool stuff.
Hell yeah, your videos are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, really well put together.
A lot of people work hard on them.
It shows. It's quality in it, literally. Visually, aesthetically, it's beautiful. Sorry, I just got back from a 12-hour shift. Levels are a little lower
I
than
completely understand.
They were all like after work. It's all good.
Weekly out of Portugal, live without a doubt. Engine get it started. We can take the time. I see you tomorrow.
Life and work balance.
It's really hard, if I'm honest, cause like I have 2 jobs, and I have this music career, and then
That's another job in itself.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like I have 3 jobs sometimes, and then I have like, of course, like family stuff. I do have a partner, and then I have a cat who is my child, and
Word.
I birthed him. So, so it's just it's a lot of juggling. But I like to stay up really late. I've noticed though, like like people are like rise and grind, like wake up at 5 a.m. and like get shit done. I'm more like stay up till 5 a.m. and get shit done, and then sleep in late. Like I've noticed that about myself.
I've noticed that too. If I tend to stay up like that, I get more productive the later I stay up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all feel more productive around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
Absolutely.
It's like,
Yeah. I guess it's that ADHD brain kicking in.
I
Like,
think that's it.
you know,
I do.
time to work. Yeah. Can't sleep. Like,
Not for real.
stay busy.
I feel like that's when the clearest ideas come to mind, and then you're just more so willing to spontaneously
Super
jump
clear.
on it, you know?
Super clear.
I've heard it comes from the fact that there are less people up, and so you have less frequency and brain waves to deal with, and naturally your mind can focus on
Dude,
it.
that makes so much sense, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I've never heard that.
Yeah, there's literally more people are sleeping, so you have more room and more frequency to actually explore your creative mind.
That's actually fascinating. That's
Yeah.
that's interesting. That makes me think.
Yeah, nah.
I like that possibility. That's cool.
Hey, I vibe with it because I feel like a lot of my stuff comes at like the randomest times. You can ask her. I'll wake up 2 a.m. Next thing you know, I get a fucking golden idea and I gotta write it down or like go at it or sample some
Dude,
shit.
let me ask y'all both this. How often do y'all wake up with a song in your head? Like wake up first thing in the morning, it's already in your head.
Sometimes.
Like lyrics or
That's actually weird, but that does happen. And also, my mom, she'll like wake up and think of a song, like have the songs in her head, and then she'll
Yeah.
go on Twitter and like see the artist, like
Oh, wow.
first thing on her page. It's a very.
I've had that happen a few times, but I'll wake up. I mean, more often than not, already have like a song like in my head. Like it's weird. Like just lyrics. Like lyrics will be on like repeat, and I'm just like, why am I repeating this fucking like?
You already know a song.
Yeah.
There's certain that's crazy that you mentioned that. I was in New York and I remember when I got done from couch surfing from Chicago to LA to New York, and literally like for a good 2 weeks I would wake up in certain music, I could hear it playing in my head, and then
Yeah.
I'd be like, is that playing out loud or is it in my head? And it was like at one point I kind of got nervous, like, is this ever gonna stop?
Yeah. Am I going crazy?
Yes, for real. I really
hearing
felt
shit.
like that. I was like, damn, I'm really hearing like.
I think it's just
full-blown
the
songs.
musician mind, you know, like we're just kind of all tuned that way to kind of hear things musically. So if you're just out and about, say in like a bustling city, you kind of just pick up on repetition patterns and shit, you know.
I think so.
Yeah, you pick up on beats and stuff.
Yeah, especially the catchy ones.
Yeah.
And usually for me, it's like old school music more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of old, because I sample a lot of old stuff, so naturally that like sticks to my brain more than like the newer age stuff.
Feel you.
But yeah, like it'll always be a classy tune. I can't remember the last one that was like constantly playing in my head. It was Meet Me Halfway by fucking
The Black Eyed Peas.
Yes.
No way, because don't get me started.
Bro, the middle section of that song is so fucking beautiful.
That song is like so good. Honestly, I feel like it needs to be like considered like a classic. Like
For sure, especially for that era, it was
so
different.
good.
So you might wake up hearing that shit tomorrow.
If you had a chance to pick like anybody, who would be like your dream feature to have to do a song with?
I feel like I have a lot, honestly. I used to always say Travis Scott, but I feel like now it's changed. Just because he's from Texas, and I feel like he had like that same like dreamy sort of sound.
Mm.
I think we're
I could
both-
see that fitting.
Yeah,
Actually, be cool.
Yeah.
he would kind of like maybe something like villainous. I think that would sound cool.
Right.
What era of Travis Scott though?
But definitely like rodeo era.
Okay,
for
cool,
me.
cool.
Like I don't know, I like the
That's
like
one of my
very
favorite
like kind
eras.
of dark melodic, and I think okay, I'm gonna get all astrology on y'all, but I think he's a Pisces Mercury, and I am too, and so that means like we think in a very dreamy sort of way.
Okay.
So I feel like that would be cool. I think we'd make cool music, but I don't know, maybe like or like I don't know. My first thought was a problematic artist, but I love her.
Ooh.
Azealia Banks.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I know.
All right.
Hey, not many people would say that though. So you're raw. Just saying, like, hey,
she's.
she does.
I just feel like I
She
don't know.
doesn't
Maybe
give a
she
fuck.
like cleaned like I don't know. Maybe she like came back and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry," and then she wanted to like utilize my art to like rebrand or something. And I would be like,
Right.
I'll be bold enough. But yeah.
That's dope. I think everybody has that one problematic artist that they just
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. They want to work with them because it's
Oh, yeah.
they inspired them.
Yeah.
She was like such a big inspiration for me, so it's hard. But I mean, right now like with Kanye West and like producing.
That's what I was just
you know
about to
what I mean?
say,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's so hard being like a music lover because you're like I know like realistically like.
Yeah.
What do you think about all that? Like, you think he's like just fucking lost it, or just
I
did it on
think-
purpose?
I think we just have to let it go. Like as like producers and musicians, we gotta just let it go. Like we're all still holding on to like flashing lights. And,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
we want that.
Yeah.
I
era
had
back.
graduation.
808s.
Yeah,
CD,
yeah.
literally. And Late Registration was the first album I got from him. So I was just like,
Low key, y'all should totally do an episode on, like the grieving of like having to stop listening to like your favorite off the strength
That's
of
a good
them
idea.
acting a fool, you know?
That's a good idea. Yo, like one of my favorite bands, No Effects, just called it quits.
Really?
They're like an old school punk band, dude. Yeah, we should do that.
that's actually a good idea.
It's a dope idea.
Right
Hell yeah. If you had to write a book, what would your book be about? You write an astrology book?
I don't know if I know. I think I would totally do something like maybe like a poetry book.
Okay.
But for me, okay, so I really like I like of course like trans focused and like queer focused
Okay.
POC focused like poetry, but because like people from our community struggle so much, a lot of it is like heart-wrenching and like sad. And so, you know, previously like I said, like I like happy things, so I would do a book like that, but it would be like maybe the joys of it, like it would be like very like honest like butterflies and like bubblegum and peaches and cream, because like I don't know, like
the feelings more.
yeah,
than
like sometimes
internalize
you know
it, even
it's
though-
just nice to like sometimes things don't have to hurt. Sometimes it can just be like fun and
I
cute.
feel that. Like I can only listen to Zero for so long. You know, his shit's just so depressing and shit. So
It can be dark.
yeah, dude.
It can be dark. I mean, I think there's a beauty in darkness, just like there's a beauty in light. And me personally, like I'm very extroverted, you know, bubbly, but at the same time, there's some dark music that I just love to listen to.
Oh, I mean that's what Little Peep is to me. Like he's just,
God, bro.
dude. I went down a Little Peep hole for like months. Like when I found out about him, I just went like, you get depressed listening to that shit. Like
there's certain
you
songs,
feel his fucking like hurt through his
his
music, and
pain is
yeah,
very, like kinetic, like we said,
Yeah.
you feel it. Drive, him and Xavier Wolf, one of my favorite ones to listen to. And then
dude, Girls. That's that one right there.
God,
Yeah,
yeah,
that one's sick.
yeah.
But Little Peep tangent.
Yeah, word. I was gonna mention Bones because I feel like Bones had like such beautiful music that was like dark,
Right.
but at the same time
Yeah.
like lovely and like just raw as fuck.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, I went through a heavy Bones phase back in the day, especially. But I think I would like to hear your perspective more so on that, like that internalized emotion that people might not express, but they show just from togetherness. You know what I mean? So naturally, I think that would be cool, and it's very unique because people don't really dig that deep into it or express themselves that much unless they're around people that they're comfortable with.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like,
A lot of people don't want to just put it out there like that. You know.
yeah, or know how to even like have that discussion.
That's a
Because
big issue. Is
fear of judgment or
Yeah.
you know being critiqued by other people that just don't know how to accept people for who they are,
Mhm.
what they are,
absolutely.
identify as.
Well, it just makes for an uncomfortable conversation, you know, and people don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah,
You know.
people don't like to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. That's true. But when you do have the conversation and everyone is comfortable,
Yeah, it's like
fucking
liberating.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, yo.
Yeah, when you can actually have a conversation and actually not see eye to eye on something and still be cool, like that rarely happens anymore.
You might learn
know.
something.
Yeah, like you're gonna learn something, man. I mean, you're gonna learn a whole new perspective, or yeah, whatever. What's your both of y'all's favorite era of music?
That's tough. Cause I would say probably the '70s if I could if I could
70s?
live in that shit.
Okay, well that's yeah. If you're living in it,
I lived
yeah.
in it, but in terms of like, you know, I'm only 30, so I only got to experience like, I'm a '92 baby, so I got to see the golden era of hip hop to a certain degree. Even though I
Yeah.
was just a baby, it was still playing in Harlem and in certain parts of Manhattan. But I would have to say in the '90s for sure, dude. Like, it was beautiful. It was dusty.
Right.
It wasn't really mixed well. Like when you listen to certain shit, you
Yeah.
go back, you're just like, damn, those drums are flat as fuck.
Mhm.
It sounds so hard. Yeah, late '90s / early '90s, and then like probably up to maybe 2005, because that's when music got kind of colorful and like
After that, everything.
was crazy,
Yeah, after 2005, everything just started to decline after that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
big time. I found out that it was because record labels actually started running out of money.
Oh, no shit.
They had big budgets for everybody, like in the '90s going into the 2000s, and then music was being sold physically before the digital streaming era came. So literally, like, imagine a record label getting a big check, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, $100,000 budget.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Diddy was the first exec to spend $1 million on a music video. $1 million. Back in that day when $1 million was like
Yeah.
life-changing.
Like 3 million.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like, whoa, where
Mhm.
did you get this budget from? But mind you, he had Biggie in the song. He had Busta Rhymes in the song. He was rapping, and it was like it was kind of like their version of The Matrix.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard.
What about you, Siobhan?
I would say you said the '70s first. I'm
Yes.
gonna go with the '70s.
70s?
Yeah. very like psychedelic, cool vibes, and also like I don't know. There's just so much like. There's like a lot of cool like black artists doing like crazy things.
For
Like,
sure.
There's like lots of punk rock black artists and stuff like that.
Bad Brains.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That's so cool.
Good reference.
Those dudes are so sick. I mean, they fucking like revolutionized punk at the time. There were no black dudes doing it like that.
And it was all more analog back then too.
Oh, it was everything.
Literally.
Everything was.
Literally.
Yeah, you had to.
That's
Yeah.
the only way.
Yeah.
Only way. That's why another reason.
Man, I'm honestly though, fuck all that. I'm going with the 90s.
90s?
Yeah, just cause like that's like my favorite era of music, and I'm even gonna push it to 2005 too,
Word?
cause like that chunk right there, cause I'm forever in 2005 in my head, like My Chemical Romance, like Good Charlotte,
I was
you
gonna
know what I'm
say-
saying, like that
I was
whole
gonna say
that
Good Charlotte.
yeah, no doubt, yeah, yeah. She was heavy on that. She pushed that shit heavy.
Yeah,
But that whole section, I'm just forever like stuck in that in my head, you know.
It was a beautiful era. Aren't you glad you got to experience it while you were young too?
Mm-hmm.
Like riding on the school bus, you hear that shit playing. Like I was listening to Cupid's Chokehold the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, bruh, like Gym Class Heroes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Watching that music video as a kid on MTV2, I was like, what the?
Man, that's a throwback.
Yes. Yeah.
Gym Class Heroes. You know, shout out to them. What happened to them, dude?
Bro.
Gorillas.
So basically, the main lead.
What was his name? Travis.
Travis.
I can't believe I just remembered that.
I know you're
Travis
talking
McCoy.
about.
Yeah.
Dude with a big fro.
Didn't he date Katy Perry?
I think you're right. I think you're right.
So,
Yeah.
actually,
Gym class heroes, I think.
Yeah, it's Gym Class Heroes, but I can't remember his name.
Travis McCoy, I believe.
Oh, okay, Travis McCoy. Yeah.
Basically, he talked about it in an interview, but he got into a really bad accident. They put him on, I think, either oxycodone or something of that nature.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and so he had a really bad like fit with drugs to a certain degree because you know what I'm saying that shit actually gets you hooked, and he had to get weaned off of it, and then actually once he got weaned off of it, he
Jeez.
just basically kind of chilled out. But he still makes music to this day. He couldn't do what the band had like exceeded. It's like getting famous too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And having mad access. I was actually at one of his music videos in New York a long time ago. And he's cool as fuck.
What song was it?
I don't even remember. That's the crazy part. Like, it was so long ago, I don't even remember. But back then, he was definitely off the shits, for sure. Heavy. But he talked about it much later on after he got clean, and he was just like, yeah, man.
Damn, I never knew that. I didn't know he went through all that.
Yeah.
That shit'll fuck people's lives up so quick.
Yeah, seriously. Especially when you get prescribed it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
you gotta take this, and then eventually.
I mean, that's a real issue in the world, man. Or in America, anyway. The doctors will just prescribe shit and
Just be like, this could fix it.
yeah,
Potentially.
Yeah, that's.
take as needed. You'll be all right.
Word, man. Shout outs to the nostalgic era of music.
So here's a little segment that we do called Hit or Shit. And basically, I'm just gonna like name a few things, and you just tell us if it's a hit or shit for you. All right. So, first thing on the list is tigers as pets.
Shit.
Shit.
No. You seen those people?
It's crazy, right?
They're like a
Yeah.
type of person.
Like type of person.
Like, they're like adrenaline junkies. I'm sorry. What do you have to be going through that you need a tiger to feel something?
Shit's
I don't know.
wild.
That's crazy.
You gotta have a whole like habitat for it.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. It's an apex predator. Like, it shouldn't be.
No. No.
you know that shit's gonna like slash at you at least one
Yes.
time.
Points.
At some
They're
point.
not supposed to be domesticated.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
I saw like I've been on TikTok and there's like vets who are like I would rather deal with an aggressive dog than an angry cat, like a house cat.
You see those dudes in like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, they just hugging on them.
Chilling.
Tiger King, fucking just.
Oh my god, there was
Dude.
a guy who was literally like inviting women to his hotel room to show them his tiger cat.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what he would do. Yeah,
crazy.
come check out my cat.
No.
All right, so big shit on that one. All right, so how about the TV show The Office?
Okay, all right. You know what? Hit. I like
Hit?
The Office because it's like, during COVID, like everything was like so like scary, and so like one time me and my aunt were trying to watch The Handmaid's Tale like in the midst of like COVID, and it was like scary as fuck. 'Cause I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
a
is,
little
like,
daunting.
hitting close
That
to
shit was-
home.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit was super dark.
So then we were watching The Office, and it's so like dumb that you're just like, okay, like it's like Easy watching.
Yeah, it's just background watching. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you can miss an episode, be all right. You know,
Right.
It's
What
not,
are y'all's thoughts?
I love The Office.
I
Yeah.
personally say hit.
But it took me a while to get into it though, because I used to shit on it so much. I'm like, fuck that show. I hate that
Valid.
show.
Sometimes it's
And then I
Relate to it.
I think Kinsey got me into it, but we started watching it together, and I just fell in love with it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, at first it was hard for me to get into Steve Carell like that in that setting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's really the side characters that made The Office, I think, much better.
Oh yeah, once you learn all the side stories and like the character development, it's
Yeah.
it's great, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as you see them progress in their lives, it's like, oh shit, Steve Carell's more so just like comedic relief narrator / famous. but
Yeah.
really the side characters are what make the show.
Yeah.
1000%.
The love story between Jim and Pam. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
mean
shit
come
was
on,
actually-
like, yeah.
That shit actually evolved too.
Or what about the last scene with fucking Michael when he leaves and she's all chasing him out the airport and whatever.
So you really like
Yeah.
Kick, push, 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 kick, push. Radio, 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 radio.
That was dope, man. All right. Yeah, big hit. McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Hit. It's McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's McDonald's.
Damn, dude.
It's America.
I like some McDonald's chicken nuggets. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember getting a 20 piece at one point in time in my life.
You get a 20 piece for like what, $4?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it costs now, but me and my friends
You used to be able to get the
box.
50. Yeah.
Okay.
Big ass box.
Yeah, actually, the prices. I mean, McDonald's is like the true sign of inflation.
Oh yeah.
What y'all's
For
go-to
sure.
orders though? Yeah, like
Oh, I'm getting nuggets every
Okay,
time.
great.
Yeah.
I'm getting a 6-piece nugget. I'm getting a double cheeseburger. And
I was
I'm
gonna
getting a
say-
medium fry.
Word. At least I would always get the large fry for sure, and then definitely like grilled chicken sandwich. Or I remember back in the day, I was pescatarian for
Fillet
the
of
first
fish.
12 years of my life.
Fillet of fish.
So me and
Yeah.
my mom would always get the fillet of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, that was
Are y'all
nostalgia.
sauce people?
Big sauce people.
Sweet and sour sauce.
The purple packet
The green one. It's got a green.
with the little with
Just
the tear.
delightful
Man,
there
I'm
too.
so basic. I just honey mustard.
No, listen.
Hey, ain't
Honey
nothing
mustard
wrong
is
with
that
honey
girl.
mustard. I was
Honey
gonna
mustard
say,
is that girl.
Ain't nothing wrong with honey mustard at all. It's a very good flavor, especially when done right. But nah, sweet and sour is hard too. I think the one I would always get was the buffalo one. It was like,
Okay,
it was like a
classic.
purple pack. It was
Right.
fucking delicious.
Buffalo sauce.
Yes.
Let me take your bag. Do you remember when McDonald's had the cup of fries? They'd get a large cup and just fill that bitch full of fries. And it was like $1.
What?
Dude, this was like back in the day, man.
It's like
All right.
regional.
I might be before my time.
What?
Now I'm feeling real old.
Fries, bro.
It was called like a cup of fries. And it was like they literally just filled that bitch up with like large cup, fill up with fries.
That's so crazy, bro. I don't even. It might have been regional though, low key.
It might have been, yeah.
Like that McDonald's might have been one of the
They were
hardest.
doing this in Rockwall. I remember this was like,
That makes sense.
man, I was little. I was little when they were doing it.
That makes sense because franchises they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's
you know
true,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So that's hard though.
Right on. So McDonald's nuggets, big hit.
Hit.
All right, so pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, I'm the one.
You're
Like
the one?
I'm the consumer. Like when they're like marketing for like pumpkin spice people, like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the one who's first in line. Honestly, by the end of September, I was disgusted by it, but I kept eating it anyways. My mom brought home like a little like pumpkin spice muffin. I didn't want it, but it's pumpkin spice, and I know this is the last month I'm gonna be able to like divulge in this, and so I needed it. I'm pumpkin spice all the way.
I can't do it, man.
Really?
I love it.
I always like the smell. Like the aroma.
The smell is cool.
Oh,
smells good
it's
too.
fucking
The aroma's
delicious.
nice, but I just,
Fall aroma.
no, I'd
Exactly.
rather just have regular coffee.
I feel you.
All right, so this one's a loaded question. How about macaroons?
Like macaroons or macarons?
Is there a difference?
Yes.
It's-
Okay.
it's tomato.
I'm the perfect. I'm
This is
glad.
why I said it's loaded.
Who gave you this question? Because this is perfect.
I do
for
my
me.
research.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love macarons. Like when I was a kid, my mom, instead of getting me like a cake, she'd get me like a plate of macarons. So there's macaroons, there's macarons. Macaroons are like this like coconutty little treat. They're good. They're not macarons. So macarons are like the French cookie. And they're very particular. Like you have to have the right elevation. You have to like set them out for a specific amount of time. They have to have a certain texture. They're very sensitive. They crack easily.
I had no idea.
I'm so particular about them.
I didn't even know there was a difference.
Oh my god, yes. I love macarons,
I was
so
calling
100% hit.
macaroons, so I didn't even know it was.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I love telling people because it's just like a fun little fact.
I just learned something.
Yeah.
Literally.
And
I
then-
do like the little, I guess they're macaroons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little ones. Those are good. You get those at the store sometimes.
So hit.
My wife does,
100% hit.
Yeah, no, those are hit for me.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, well, that's hit or shit. That's time.
That was a cold segment.
Yeah.
And shout outs to you as well for being the first female guest.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
First.
Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Trailblazing. For real.
So I see your mom seems to be real supportive with everything that you do. She's in a lot of your videos on all over your Instagram. What's that like to have that supportive group like that, or all that supportive energy behind you, rather?
I love having my mom in things, but my mom she's very youthful, and like people always think we're sisters, and so she had me when she was fairly young, not super young, but just young enough that I kind of feel like we grew up together, and like I mean she's like the first person I saw like wearing certain things and like singing. She's a singer, so she's like kind of like the first person to like introduce me to a lot of things. Like I would credit her for like my interest in fashion, my interest in art, my interest in music. So she's just
Right
like,
on.
I used to like she went to school briefly for like fashion design, I think. So I used to like walk with her on campus and like she started poetry, so she had like this massive book of poetry. I have like all of her fashion designs from her childhood, and like I just remember being young and like watching her make these like iron-on shirts. And I remember this one specifically. It was like a white like V-neck, like like a Y2K like tight white V-necks, and it was like pink. It is what it is, and like it was like one of those like graphic tees.
Yeah.
So she just like she sort of like set the. I mean, she raised a bad bitch.
You were born for this.
I was gonna say literally.
Shout out to moms,
Ultimate
you know.
reflection of creativity.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was going to ask you where you're getting all the inspiration for your outfits and all that design and production and shit.
Get it from everywhere now. But we were talking about anime.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 my goal is to look like an anime character. Like I'm usually channeling like, and like people don't think I'm like a weeb, I think, because I look like I'm like trying to achieve something else, like high fashion.
Nah,
but
you get
really,
weeb energy.
yeah, really what's happening is I've gone so full circle that I'm now like watching animes about fashion so I can channel that. Like I'm like full, but it's always like anime usually.
Okay.
If you had to choose on,
I was just about to ask. I know what you're about to ask. I already know. It's right here. I was literally about to ask.
Wait, let's see.
I want that one. Anime and Marvel.
Oh no, I was
Let's,
I was gonna say top 5. Like if you had to choose, like you got open plethora of streaming services that cater to your anime likings, right?
Oh, okay.
Top 5 that you would choose from, just like off the top. Just okay, I'm gonna watch that. I want to rewatch that.
Ooh.
I really like that. Heard that one's hard. Like the top 5.
Okay. Well, my first one I want to put is Paradise Kiss because there's like a bisexual character in there and he's got like blue hair and then like it's just very fashionable. I love like the 2000s animes because like I just feel like there was like a large like Nana. There's just like the like Vivienne Westwood vibe, like there's just the emphasis on fashion. So I'm gonna put Paradise Kiss there, and then I also like a lot of like really basic ones. Like I really like Death Note.
Death Note is
Oh,
really
Death
good.
Note's
I love Death Note.
awesome. Yeah.
One time most recently I was talking about my love of anime and I got quizzed. Like I literally had somebody be like, prove it, like that kind of vibe, and I was like, I'm gonna like adhere to like your idea of me being a poser. Like I'm just gonna give you that.
Yeah, fuck it.
I have a Demon Slayer tattoo. Like I have a tattoo of Zenitsu.
Oh shit.
Like I love
That's
Demon Slayer.
hard.
It literally makes me cry.
That's hard.
I sobbed watching Demon Slayer. And
Yo,
then,
what did you think about the freaking last arc with?
they ate. The animation was crazy.
They went really
but
hard.
also, you know what? We were talking about like.
I was a little bit tearjerkering too, as well. There were certain points.
I was sobbing when I say I would be like.
There were certain points
like,
where it hit your heartstrings.
Dude, that's how animes are. They're just super emotional.
And Demon Slayer is really good at being like beautiful, but then like punching you in the gut.
Right.
Like
Very much.
it'll be like the cutest little scene, and there's like a massacre, and you're like, okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's duality.
Yeah. So I would say Paradise Kiss, Death Note, Demon Slayer.
That's good.
I guess I'm just gonna keep it pretty basic because I really like Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo is my king.
Yo, Gojo, shout out
That's
to
my
the
bae.
guy. Okay.
Love him.
The movie was really good too.
The movie was a really fun watch, and I
I
loved the
enjoyed
girl demon.
I enjoyed it very much. So
I also enjoyed it.
okay.
I went saw with my brother. We had a good time.
Saw with my little sister too.
Aw.
Yeah, we're both weebs. So
Love that.
yeah, shout outs to Kayla May.
And then I think I've been wanting to rewatch it recently, so I'm gonna put this on my top 5. Michiko Ihachin, because the music from the anime like literally changed my taste.
So anime OSTs, you really like soundtracks for anime?
I love oh my god, yeah, because I feel like, you know, the outros and the intro songs.
Dude, yeah.
Like, come on, JJK's intros, and then also like oh my god, the Death Note like the first like intro is like like so sick.
It's hard.
And I've been watching Chainsaw Man recently, and they have really cool intro and outros.
Everyone's been talking
The
about
art
Chainsaw Man heavy.
The art in the outros have been like
I haven't heard of that one.
crazy.
I'm late to that one.
Yeah, a lot of people have been getting into it heavy, man. I remember when it was a manga, and
Yeah.
everybody was just like
Yeah.
fucking going crazy over the manga, and then the anime came out, and I was like, wait, what? That's just nuts. I'm gonna wait till it builds up in episodes so I can get into it and just binge.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching Bleach 1000-Year Blood War.
I
And
haven't
that
seen
shit,
Bleach, but I feel like I need to.
you need to.
I feel like I would.
That's what I'm. I fear about Bleach so much, dude.
Yeah.
From soundtrack to storyline to character development
Mm-hmm.
to like power scaling, but like on a reasonable level.
Like not OP.
Yeah, it's like not OP, but it makes you like think they're OP, but it really, the main protagonist is always getting like killed or like damn near to the brink of death, and then like reaches another level or another limit, and
That
it's
Dragon Ball
always
Z shit.
emotion-based. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's purely emotion based.
Right.
He's literally riding for his friends or like that Soul Society at one point in time, and now the 1000-Year Blood War is basically about going into the past and in the present of like the Soul Society, which is basically like the barrier between heaven and like limbo. And yeah, like there's literally like a spiritual warfare going on up there between two different variants of like basically people.
That
which-
sounds right up my alley.
It's deep. It's deep as fuck. But it's also beautiful soundtrack wise. Very classical music oriented. It's cool.
Damn.
I need to watch it anyways.
So I ain't even gotta ask. Anime or Marvel.
I'm gonna go anime.
Yeah.
But I do think that's a pretty solid question because I just now recently started to like really like there was a moment where I was kind of like a Marvel like meh because I really love movies, and so I was kind of like Marvel felt like generic movie for a moment there. Also like I keep getting political. I don't mean to. I think I'm just like that. But like propaganda and like military stuff, and, like U.S. imperialism, like that kind of vibe is
It's
like
been focused a lot
I
more.
don't really want to like I'm not trying to be into that. But
Well, the Marvel movies, like you go see them and they don't offer anything new. Anytime you go
Yeah.
see it, there's no new
you're gonna
storyline.
follow that plot.
Same.
You're gonna get a Disney Channel
Yeah.
dialogue of some sort.
Exactly.
And the
But-
writing is always flat
Yeah.
or predictable. Anime.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I'd go anime too, no doubt. So sometimes how like an artist, how they start a song is everything. So what is like your favorite like opening bar or like ad lib? You know, Lil Wayne's got the lighter flick.
Oh,
You know, Rick Ross is the.
yeah.
Like what's your favorite like ad lib that just sticks out to you?
Good question.
I do like the Let's Go, you know? Let's Go. I feel like that's
Go.
like a good one. Or just like a little like, I don't know, like some weird little hums or something. I have one that's coming out soon. It's called Let Me Ask You. And I just did like this very odd like call. I don't know what to call it, but and I have one song called Energy.
Okay.
And I literally yell like yee like that, like very like yeehaw country.
Right.
So I guess something like that, like a little bit,
Okay.
something like hoot and hollering.
That's a good
Texas.
question.
You got one that like stands out to you among artists?
Honestly, yeah, dude. Cuddy.
Cuddy.
I
Cuddy's
was just
hums.
listening to Kid Cudi.
The
Oh
songs.
yes,
Yeah, he would always hum into his songs. Yeah.
yeah.
They almost get you in tune with
Right.
whatever energy he's about to
Yeah.
like transmute, and it's like, dang, this is hard. Like some of my favorite Cuddy songs had his hums in the beginning of it.
Oh yeah.
Love Kid
It's
Cudi.
iconic.
I was just listening to What I Am in the car.
Nice,
What you mean, God.
bruh. I've been going through a
Yeah.
big old Cuddy like phase, like listening to First Man on the Moon tape.
Yep. Classic.
Sing-
Classic.
His
Yes,
movie
on
on
Netflix.
Oh, it's awesome.
Galactic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, on
Oh no,
Netflix.
yeah.
Okay, yes. We watched that quite a bit. We watched it a lot. I kind of watch it for research purposes now, just to see how like they built the scenes and characters and everything. But he has a really good Amazon documentary too. That
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Oh my God, yes. Literally, just if you have Amazon Prime, just type in Kid Cudi.
Right.
It's basically a documentary of his life, but then it's cinematically done, and then they have like his music layered throughout it, but it's different. It's like stripped down. Like he has a Pursuit of Happiness, and he's going in a fucking like he's driving to a spaceship and literally like gets in that shit with like the Moon Man.
Oh, that's tight.
It's fucking
That's tight.
beautiful. Yeah, I would
Oh,
highly
yeah.
advise checking it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite artist intro?
All right, so this is a real music head one, and y'all probably ain't gonna know this one until like you go back and listen to it. But Pharrell, any song that Pharrell works on, he has a 4-count intro. Doom, doom, doom.
Okay.
Like so, drop it like it's hot. It goes doom, doom, doom. That's Pharrell's song. And so if you hear a song that has a 1, 2, 3, 4 count like that, that's Pharrell's intro. And it's like a low key, like you only know it if you know it type shit. So like, it's not like Mike Will made it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just some fucking low key, just goes with the song. You never really know it. I dig that.
I actually, I love you, bro. Yeah, it's so real. That's so true. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I remember his collabs with Snoop was always so fucking iconic, and literally it's like,
Yep.
it's all, Snoop.
I remember listening to that on the bus, dude, like 8th grade. Hell yeah.
Shit's hard. Shout outs to Pharrell. I was thinking about Pharrell earlier today, but NERD.
Right. Oh, old school Pharrell.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, bro.
Hell yeah.
NERD. What is it? Everyone Knows. That song's playing in my head.
Yeah.
At work. Yeah, and it was the bridge for Everyone Knows, and it's fucking phenomenal.
No, I think he's an underrated producer in that sense because if you didn't know that, you don't realize how many songs he's worked on unless you know that little fact, you know.
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
So this is a question I ask everyone that comes on. As you go through your life, how are you experiencing time? Is time going by really quickly for you? Do you worry about it at all? Do you think about it?
Interesting. I've never been asked a question like that. Time for me is very like I can't quite tell the difference between 30 minutes and 5 hours, and so I'm late everywhere.
Yeah.
But I also like it's difficult because I feel like time is like mine. Like this is my like
Okay.
if there's anything that I own in this life, it is my life and my time, and my life is sort of equated to time because, you know, reality and whatnot. And so sometimes it's very difficult for me, which maybe this is a bad thing, to be like very concerned about being on time because I feel like that's my life. Like I'll get there when I get there. I don't really like rushing, but yeah. So I don't know. Time is very confusing.
Yeah.
I feel like to me like I literally live off timers. Like I think I have like 85 plus timers right now.
Oh, I have a shitload of reminders in my phone.
Yeah, like I literally like so if I clean my room, I have to set a timer for an hour because I just tell myself just do as much as you can in that hour because otherwise
You get lost in it?
Yeah.
7 hours
Oh, okay.
to get it done.
Yeah.
So I do that pretty much my entire life. Like I'm like you have an hour to wash the dishes, just wash the dishes. So then focus.
That's interesting.
How do y'all view
So
time?
you segment your time to a certain degree based off of what you want to do or what you want to accomplish.
It's honestly helped me out so much because otherwise I feel like I wouldn't get anything done. I
Yeah.
get so like distracted.
It's very organized.
Just I have to work so hard to stay working. But yeah.
No, I'm obsessed with time. Like time is everything. You know, I'm thinking about what I'm doing throughout the day, throughout the week, month. I'm constantly thinking about it.
More future-based thinking or more past-based thinking, or do you think you're gonna?
Oh man, I fucking anxious about the fucking future, worried about stupid shit, or hung up on past shit. You know, I mean, it's day by day.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as like experiencing time, like it's weird, like you said, it's all relative. Because if I'm having like a really busy time, it flies by. Like my month of August was so busy, I barely remember it. It was just like go 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 go. So it's relative.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember that conversation we had when you asked me that question, and I told them we are time. It's all based off of how you're moving. If you're moving fast, time's moving fast. If you're moving slow, time's moving slow.
Yeah.
And all based off of what you're doing in the 24 hours we all have, right? So it's like people like us, you know, we're working on music, working on ideas, working on all different types of tangible things, you know. So for us, I think time moves entirely different than like an average person that literally just maybe goes to work, has one task, goes home, watch their favorite show, goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Versus us, it's like we squeeze a lot.
I feel like I don't have enough time.
Exactly.
Every day.
Oh my God.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And then when I was younger, I used to always be like, what do you mean there's not enough hours in the day? And now I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Like, I need at least 6 more just to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I could get a solid 7 or 8 more hours,
Dude.
oh my God.
Come on.
But I always think about what I would do with that time too, you know, if I did have it, like, or if I did make it for myself. So like, I was telling somebody the other day, sometimes I wake up at 4 just to get ahead of like things that I have to do.
You have to, man.
Just
Yeah.
because I have to go to work, I have to eat,
Yep.
I have to do regular, you know, bodily movements.
Yep.
But then at the same time, creatively, there's certain things I want to accomplish. I might have a 30-minute break, and in that 30-minute break, I can update my website in like 5 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to take those every little break you have.
Yeah,
You
it
have
feels
to.
good. It feels like accomplishment, even if it was just a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But no, that's a real question, though. I always appreciate when you ask it.
That's my favorite one, yeah. So what can we expect from you in 2023?
An EP release, Sweet Tea. At least 3 more music videos.
Okay.
Hopefully more interviews and more shows, and a sort of development of creativity.
So you like performing live?
I really enjoy being on the stage.
Cool.
And then it feels like when I get off, and it's so weird. It's literally like, I don't know, I feel like when I get on a stage, I'm like, this is what I do in my bedroom. I'm just showing everyone what I'm doing in my bedroom. And then, like, when I get off the stage and I actually have to, like, keep that up, then I'm like, like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, where did that go? Like, I
Yeah.
just utilized all of it, so...
Well, it's an adrenaline dump, too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
immediately when you get off stage.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get off stage sometimes and be fucking shaking.
Yeah, same.
And just
And I'm
like,
I don't even know what that was.
yeah, I'll get
I don't know
off.
who that was.
Got to calm down for a minute, you know?
Yeah. I get a drink usually after.
Yeah.
It's just to kind of taper down my energy. That's so true.
Absolutely. You know, there's always that fucking post-show rush where you feel like you're shaking,
Yeah.
just vibrating or whatever.
Do you guys ever feel like super light, like in terms of like density after a good set? Like you performed, you done performed your heart out, maybe like 3, 4, 5.
I feel fulfilled. There's a sense of fulfillment, you know. I don't know about a sense of light, though, but definitely fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like, a sense of, like, also there's the sense of, like, I'm glad that's over with.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Weight's been lifted.
Yeah. So it's light in that sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
In terms of like lighter, just like, oh, I got that off me.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a good set and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm so glad that it's over with, you know.
I didn't mess up.
Yeah.
One less thing to think about for the next month.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Hey, another awesome episode of What's Up With That, guys. If you've been watching, you see all the kick push clips I put in here. I want y'all to send in your skate clips. I'll put it in the edits and everything and put it on a little commercial. Send them into my email. Links are in the bio and all that shit. Like, subscribe, follow, and share. All that shit.
Tune into the next episode. Make sure you follow the homie Siobhan.
Yep. Hey, everyone on the Twitch, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be you, we're gonna be us. Later.
Peace.
If you'd like to see raw, unedited, live episodes, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/whatsupwiththat. To watch full episodes of What's Up With That, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/whatsupwiththat.